You're good. You made 10 in a row yesterday.
I'm just so thankful to God for all that he has done and all that he has given to Brogan.
2 in a row?
Brogan Parsons was your typical 6-year-old boy.
He loves to fish, and so he would be outside all the time.
But what seemed like a normal illness was about to turn the Parsons world upside down.
Just a few of us in the house seemed to have a little bit of a flu. We weren't feeling well, just, flu-like symptoms. And Brogan also had it, I had it. And, we didn't think anything of it. We took him to the doctor, and then we came home expecting him to improve, but he started seizing.
Jody's hysterical. I don't know what's going on. He's foaming at the mouth. His eyes are rolled back in his head. He's like a limp noodle. We almost lost him that day. It was very serious. I just kept on believing and praying that he would make it through it.
We later found out, days later, that he came down with the Powassan virus, which is a really rare tick-borne illness, very low percentage of getting it.
The Powassan virus, an illness so rare that fewer than 200 cases were reported in the U.S. between 2011 and 2020, causes infection of the brain. And in Brogan's case, it would drastically alter this once healthy little boy.
What changed is his ability cognitively to understand what we were saying, and then also to speak.
He literally had to relearn everything. It was like the reset button was hit. So he had to learn how to swallow. He had to learn how to walk, how to use the bathroom again. He had to learn, and these are just the basic things.
For months, Brogan would be stuck in the hospital. First, there was a coma, then a grueling cycle of medication and sedation as doctors tried to fight the disease that was attacking his brain.
Like living in a nightmare. It got to a point where he would get all of his stuff off and get out the room and run out the room because he wanted to go home. And we'd have to pull him back in, and he would just break down and cry, and he didn't have control over his emotions, and just living in that day after day after day. It was like, God, when is this going to end?
Eventually, Brogan would be cleared to go home. The toll the disease took meant a long, slow road to recovery. But it was during this time that Brogan would develop a surprising passion.
Probably in the last couple of years, he started having a really big interest in basketball. He started just watching a lot of videos, YouTube, and then he wanted to play. It's just been something he just has really grabbed onto.
And so when the Parsons moved to Virginia in the spring of 2022 to be near to family, they began to look for ways to encourage this passion for hoops.
We were looking to see if we can get him involved in playing in a team, even in some camps, some clinics, anything that we could find.
It was then that the family was introduced to Liberty basketball player Kyle Rode.
I actually had a mentor of mine reach out. He mentioned to me that he knew a family that had a young kid that loved hoops and was looking for somebody to work him out and just to kind of be like a little mentor for him. And so I was, of course, all about it.
But how exactly would this work?
You? All? Right? Yeah, all?
Brogan is steadily improving, but his speech and cognitive abilities pose a different kind of coaching challenge.
Without even knowing anything about Brogan, Kyle just readily agreed to train him and work with him.
1, 2. Good, buddy. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
He met him, and immediately he didn't see any obstacles. He connected with him immediately. He communicates with him like I have never seen anybody communicate with him. He has this way of teaching, this very kind, patient, gentle, fun way that he works with Brogan. And Brogan just looks up to him and responds to him so well. It's amazing.
3, 2, 1. Yeah. Good. Hey, you were fast. With Brogan, he is so smart and once he sees something, he does it just like that. It's really amazing. So a lot of times I'll demonstrate it, and normally he does it right off the bat. So it's pretty wild to see. And now we've been training for so long, I can just tell him, hey, one dribble, and he'll know what to do, or hold his follow through, and just little keys like that he's picked up on, and he's so smart.
And what started as relationships centered on learning the game of basketball has quickly flourished into something far greater.
I can't even, describe it the way that they are together. And I know that Brogan just looks at him like a big brother. Brogan will tease Kyle, and Kyle will tease him back, and they'll just be laughing. And it's just really amazing when you watch the two together.
I think a lot of people kind of see the relationship and be like, oh, you're giving back, when really he's poured into me and gave me just a joy and a love for basketball in a different way. And it's so pure, like, to see him with learning and loving the game.
Number 22, Kyle.
Throughout my whole life, like, one thing I've tried to focus on is meaningful relationships. And this has probably been one of the most meaningful relationships I've had, especially with somebody younger than me, and through basketball. It's been a big blessing, man, and the platform God has given me at Liberty, and God orchestrated it, and couldn't have happened any other way, and it's been a blessing.
And while the road to healing is far from finished for Brogan, the game of basketball and his relationship with Kyle are helping him get better every day.
I love Papa.
I'm so thankful for all these blessings, because Brogan he's thriving. He's so happy. He is so fun. He's funny. And, without all these things, I don't think he would have gone so far. And we're so thankful we have this opportunity to be with Kyle and to work with him, because it has really had such a strong impact on Brogan's life.